Hi, this is Mike. Uh, Adding to my video collection. Today's, I don't know, 26th of December 2023. It's 3:06 in the morning. Um, yeah, 26th and 27th today. So, yeah, 26. So, anyway, I've reached a point in life where I've hit the top, or I've hit the almost 99% of what I can do. There isn't much left. Um, I'm pretty much lamented about this stuff over the last 10 years. And incrementally, I've made steps, towards understanding things. And that's the key to entering the kingdom of heaven is understanding. Um, I guess what I'm trying to say is that we're in the kingdom of heaven, but we just, our awareness of it, is not there, it's not present. Jesus, the disciples asked Jesus, when will the world come and when will the rest for the dead take place? He says, what are you looking for? It's already happened, but you don't realize it. And other people said, said that, and they said, where's the kingdom of heaven? And Jesus would say, it's not in the sky, because the birds will precede you. It's not in the ocean, the fish will precede you. Rather, it's inside you and outside of you. When you have the singularity, when two make peace in one household, meaning the right and left half of your mind become one, two become one in one household. They make peace with each other. So when my rational mind, my creative mind, my subconscious, my conscious makes peace with each other, and I have a sense of peace covering me. Basically, I can move mountains, and meaning you can do miracles. And, so I've done that, many a times. And each time I do it, I have new discoveries, new insights on miracles. And, basically all the answers are given to me. And, of course, I've had a lot of wealth and a lot of women, a lot of property, a lot of that knowledge, a lot of miracles, and, I've had seen everything there is to see, done everything there is to do, and it became like God. There's no other higher executive office than that. And of course, I met God and seen Satan, and like I said, I've seen every type of creature, UFO, alien, dragons, gargoyles, giants. I've wielded my powers. I've made people disappear, made objects disappear, made buildings disappear. There's nothing left that I can think of. Started things on fire with my mind, people on fire with my mind. Struck people dead, resurrected them, raptured entire groups of people, seen aliens. They walked up to me and hissed at me because I was going to touch them. And, seen motherships and every other damn thing you can imagine. It's not a damn thing, it's an incredible thing, but it's just, I come to expect everything. So when I have it happen, I don't jump up and down and act like a resounding drum or a cymbal, I just kind of accept it and talk about it, process it and move on to the next thing. But, I've kind of done that, incrementally over the years, and 20 years basically, and I hit there's nothing else that I could think of, other than, let's say, winning the lottery, and having incredible wealth. But other than that, I can't think of anything else. There's some more miracles I think, but I don't know what, I met God, I've seen Satan, I've seen Bigfoot, and, whatever, so there's really nothing left. I've seen gargoyles and, mythological creatures, and, became very strong, very educated, you know, very well endowed physically and mentally, you know, sexually. So there's really not a whole lot left. I understand every type of mechanical thing and every type of electronic thing, and I suppose the last frontier would have a quantum computer maybe, and you know, maybe you know, that, and maybe a robot or something. I don't know. I can't think of anything else. If I won the lottery, I would do that. I'd buy a nice little robot and have a nice house and stuff. But I don't know. It might be. It might happen. It might not. I don't know. So anyway, I just you know, I'm hitting a impasse, you know, where I can't get past it, and I just you know, I can't find anything else. It's, you know, I don't mean to be what do you mean, ingrate or apathetic, you know, but it's just like I can't think of anything else there is to do. You know, people are goal orientated, you know, when they're younger and they're 20, and they're always striving to get ahead in the rat race and having education and going to school and having families and careers and stuff like that, and buying this, buying that, doing this and doing that, you know. But the thing is, you know, I'm at the point in life now where there really isn't much left, and you know, I've simplified things. I'm not, you know, I go by these little axioms, you know, why buy new when slightly used will do, a stitch in time saves 9, you know, and a door that doesn't squeak doesn't get no oil, a closed mouth doesn't get fed, you know, and you know, everything else. And you know, I go by that, and I just got to the point, you know, where there isn't really a whole lot left. You know, I lost a lot of stuff in the past, but I made up for it financially, and you know, there's that, and then I traded all that stuff for basically more things, you know, spiritual things, metaphysical things. But you know, I just come to the conclusion that everything's just an illusion. You know, I am an illusion. I don't exist. I mean, I do, but you know, but there's gonna come a point in time when I won't be around. I'll be somewhere else. I mean, I hope. And but you know, a number relates to itself, or relates to other numbers. So let's say I'm number 1. I relate to number 2. You know, another person. And of course, the outside world, let's say, is number 3. You know, so you know, a number is only valid when it relates to another number. When I'm by myself, there's nobody to share anything with, and I'm just sitting around staring at the walls. You know, there's nothing else to say or do or be other than me. You know, so you know, there just isn't anything else. You know, I guess I need social interaction. But as far as women go, you know, I don't need a woman. I don't need validation. And even if I do, they're just empty words, sweet nothings, sweet whispered in my ear. You know, so you know, there really isn't anything else. You know, it's all an illusion. It's all fake. That's, you know, it's a facade, I should say. You know, and it's just pixels. And I actually seen that one time. There's a, you know, a theoretical physicist, you know, he was talking, and he was actually showing, you know, like the holographic universe and stuff like that. And he was saying this is what it is. It wasn't ones and zeros, you know, all lined up, but it was actually pixels. And these little pixels, you know, make up the reality that we're in. And if you look around in the dimly lit room, you'll see these little pixels. It's pixelated, and you know, that's really what it is. It's like you know, if you understand Pixar cartoons, how they take a computer and they generate these images, or even like a deep fake, you know, a deep fake image, and it's generated by a computer. And that's what this all is. It's just one big deep fake. And then of course they got deep learning, you know, with computers, and they can learn they can rationalize. And of course, just facts and figures. You ask a computer, or a avatar or whatever, like, what's this or what's that? And they give you some kind of number or some kind of figure. And ultimately, it's worthless information, useless facts. God's foolishness is greater than man's wisdom. I'm not a God's foolishness. I'm a God. So my foolishness, when I become foolish, is greater than some smarty pants that thinks they know everything. So it's all in the interpretation. It's all how you understand it. And so anyway, 54, and there really isn't a whole lot left. I guess just acquire more things and understand more things, and then of course have some more miracles would be nice, but I don't know what. I've met God, I've met Satan, I've seen all these mythological creatures, everything there is to see. Bigfoot right down the line, and there's nothing else to learn. I can go on YouTube and see it, and so there just really isn't a whole lot left. I'm not interested in sitting in the classroom. Maybe like a Harley Davidson, like 4 cars, like 1 truck and 4 cars, and 3 cars, 1 truck, and Harley Davidson, 5 vehicles, and maybe 12 more girlfriends or something like that. And I guess by the time I'm 60, or retirement age 62, and then I'm done. I'd rather be done now than just to live forever in a perfect mind, a perfect body, a perfect life. But then I've heard these things, where people are 60 or 70 and they die and they come back and they visit their family and their children. And the kids, the woman said she saw her mom and dad and they were younger before all these things happened, all these infirmities happened, and they were in a better shape. I'm not interested in wearing a white robe, singing and hugging everybody and walking around dancing. I'm just not into that, I met God. So there's no saying holy, holy, holy and running around with a white robe on. None of that. I'm just wearing decent clothes, a nice shirt and shoes, watch and necklace. And so anyway, that's all there is to it. Get my teeth fixed, get my vision fixed, my back fixed, stretch marks fixed, lose some weight, get some muscle tone on me, and just go on. I plan on living forever, like my mom came back from the dead, and she was 80 some years old. She should have been, but when she came to me, she was like a day after she died, but she was a little thinner and she looked better. So my dad, he came back and the spirit became the flesh. It's a marvel of marvels. So I studied the Gospel of Thomas, the 12 universal laws, law of attraction, but I don't apply it for just money. It has everything to do with everything else. Miracles, money, women, property, education, everything else, so anyway, that's all I gotta say. So I just gotta be happy with the little things, eat, drink, and be merry, and but once the genie gets out of the bottle, you can't put it back in. My reality is so much different than everybody else's. Jesus said, I will choose 1 out of 1,000, 2 out of 10,000, and that's how rare it is to be the elect. And so anyway, yeah, it's all an illusion, it's a facade, and it's just a computer-generated program. I'm convinced of that. I've seen my dog actually appear like a Pixar dog, and then she materialized into a physical dog. So yeah, it's just I'm convinced that we're in a computer program in somebody's brain, but then that brain is inside of a computer from some other place. That's all it is.